8 months ago, I found her. 4 months ago, we tore her apart, and somewhere between our busted knuckles and our midnight welds, she became more than a car. She became proof that we can finish what we start, that we can build something from nothing, that I can show up as I am, grease-stained and steady. Today we roll forward, not finished, not perfect, but ready for whatever comes next.
I'm a wife. I'm an actual wife.
It's another day working on the 356, and today we are back with our favorite Raptor liner to Raptor line the underside of the 356. We unfortunately didn't really have enough time to roll it or spray it before we body worked it and painted it. So instead, we're going to go ahead and do it afterwards, and we're going to roll it on. That way we don't run the risk of ruining the paint or having any sort of bleeding issues. Plus, honestly, it's not that big of a car, and Raptor liner is extremely friendly with a roller, so I think it's looking pretty good so far. Pops got started. What do you think?
Baby, I'm ready to roll.
Okay, I'll take that as a positive note, but he can sing. I'm just gonna get wrenching and we'll make this happen, because the sooner this is done, the sooner we can stick this body back on that chassis.
When it comes to protecting the underside of the 356, we don't mess around. The only time we mess around is when I get in this paint suit and kinda act like I'm an Oompa Loompa. We're using Raptor liner not just because it looks good, but because it works. We previously primed the underside with our anti-corrosive primer as the base, and now it's time to finish it off. Since we rolled it on for this one, we kind of had to change up our normal spray technique, but it was pretty straightforward. It goes on thick, gives a nice texture, and dries tough as nails. Perfect for keeping road grime and rust far away from this body. And honestly, that satin black finish, it kind of just makes everything feel like it's done right. We've used Raptor before and keep coming back because we love the look, the rigidity, and the overall refined finish that it gives to our builds. If you're looking to refinish some parts on your build, you can actually find all of Raptor's products on Amazon or in-store at AutoZone.
Well, we're currently in the state of having one of those days where there's all these like tiny little like remedial tasks that need to be done that really aren't that interesting but have to be done. For instance, one, I just finished repainting the frunk. When we were undercoating it originally, we ran out of paint and we were just tired and just kind of left it for another day. Well, today was that day, so that's all finished and looks awesome. I touched up a few other spots underneath, and now we are a go with putting everything on the body. I also just loosely put the motor together because I'm still waiting for some pieces to dry, but it looks so cool. This is what we're working with. I flamed it out. Big surprise. If you guys are interested in seeing how I flamed it, head over to my Instagram, because that's where I like to just kind of put my little crafty projects. Plus, I really didn't think it was going to turn out this good. Like, honestly, I just was kind of filming it for Instagram in case I failed. Probably should have filmed that for YouTube, but guys, you know, gotta spread it out, right? I don't know. Anywho, basically I spent today preparing for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a huge push day. Like, we're going to go ahead and finish everything on the chassis. We're going to bleed the brakes. I should have the last few components that I need to put the brakes together and make them work completely. We can test and see if they leak, and also just make sure they stop, because obviously that's the main goal. And then tomorrow we'll put the motor together for its final time, and then my dad will come by. He'll work on the linkage for the fuel injection. We have a lot to get done, and unfortunately not a lot of time to do it. Let's see, today is May 14th, and I get married in 11 days. And I'm hoping to not be working on it 2 days prior. So technically I have like 9 days, but let's be real, I have a week to put this car together, which I'm feeling really good. Like, I've just had a good day of just doing the small things to prep for the big stuff, because I know that once I do all this like remedial stuff, it's gonna come together so fast. It's gonna be so good, and it's not gonna be perfect. The thing is originally we had this whole idea of having it absolutely, completely perfect by my wedding. That's just not gonna be the case. Like, we're not gonna have a dash pad. We're not gonna have a few things. We're gonna have some gauges. We're gonna have some seats, which are super cool. I cannot wait for you guys to see those. And we're just gonna have some small things. Like, it's not gonna be super crazy, but I think it'll be really, really good. I'm really excited. No matter whether this thing's perfect or not, it's gonna be perfect because it's gonna make it to my wedding. It's gonna make my wedding even more special. And like you guys saw in the last video, you can see how special this car is to me. Well, it's a moment of truth. We're back in the shop today, and we are getting straight to work because we have a lot of work to do. But we got the brake lines on. I got these custom-made brake lines from eBay. I'll have them linked below because I actually really like this guy. He makes them to the size you need. He also has a bunch of pre-cut ones for whatever application you need. And they look cool. I mean, they're red. They're awesome. But let's introduce some fluid to the system because it is literally bone dry, and we'll see if we have any leaks. And if we don't, that's amazing, and then we can just bleed it and we'll have brakes, like working, stopping brakes, and we'll be like a third of the way closer to having a running and driving car. So let us see. Now we wait. Oh, this is fancy, Jeff. Jeff left a tool to speed bleed this thing.
Do you know how to use this?
No.
Okay.
Do you know how to use it? You gonna teach me how to use it? I can't imagine it's that complicated. It's literally just a brake bleeding kit. We just need like a jar or a bottle. Fancy. It's all metric. I love when Jeff brings me metric tools. It just excites me so much.
And then forgets them?
No, he didn't forget these. He left these here because he knew we were going to need them, and he's seen us bleed brakes in the past and really hates it. Wait.
It's slowly going down. Can you show me pump them for a little bit?
Am I hearing like leakage? Oh, it's from inside. And those pedals look cool though.
It's going to be a little bit of just pumping, isn't it? So it's carbonated.
Can we talk about how rad these fiber steel pedals look?
They look good.
They make these for the 550s and the 356s, and I think they're rad. There's a few things that I changed just because of my personal preference, but for the most part, these are pretty rad. Once I have the e-brake mount here, it's going to look super cool, like the two together.
It's going to look race car. Oh.
Woohoo! We got brake fluid back there, huh?
Pump it. Yep.
You want to close that?
Yeah, where's your wrench?
I don't know.
You took it. Are these metrics? Sure are. Is it an 8 mil?
8 mil. Right now, I know we're down to the wire, but we're measuring for tires. The reason why I put it off so long is because literally the chassis and the body are not together, and I love tires. I love the way they work. I love the way they look, but I do not like measuring for them. So that's why I keep this guy around, because he's got it pretty much down to a science. Between him and between my dad, they just get it figured out. Something that I really enjoy is that they've shown me over the last few sets of tires is this awesome calculator that I will put below for you guys. So you can compare tire sizes versus like what's on the car versus what you want to get or whatever. And it comes in pretty handy because it gives you all the exact dimensions in inches, so you can measure with a tape measure like Alex is doing right now. Show me what you're doing, Alex. Originally we wanted 185/65 15s, right?
Yes.
And all they have are 195/65 15s, which is like, what, half an inch difference? Roughly. So show me how you're going to measure for this, because this is why you're the mastermind here and I am not.
So the new tire size is 25 inches. So tape measure to 25. Bam. I know you can measure the back of this, it doesn't. I ain't worried about tire height, because even if we go up inside the tire, we're not going to be 3 inches off the ground. So I'm always more worried about actual wheel well and size looking. And 25-ish pretty much fills the wheel well. So even if we do start to turn, we shouldn't hit anything. But 25-ish gives us a little bit of clearance. It'll still fill the wheel well almost all the way up.
Well, something that I think is super helpful too is the fact that we have a set of wheels and tires on the chassis right now. So not only does this tell us exactly what we don't want, but it provides a good guide for measurement of things that we do want in comparison to this. For instance, these are 15-inch rims that are on here. So they're accurate to what we are going to end up putting on, but we can compare this tire, which is what, like a 28-inch tire, to going to be a 25-inch tire. So I think everything's going to look right. It's going to sit right, especially on a Volkswagen. You want to make sure that you don't hit this. And it looks like we're good right now, but with a 25, we'll be really set. So yeah, I guess we're going to get those on order, right?
Credit cards on file.
Woohoo! Hopefully we can have those in time.
If not, we'll still mark the Dia. It's fine.
I genuinely believe that windlace is one of the most underrated hot rod parts ever. This stuff is awesome. You can put it on pinch welt, you can put it on ugly edges, and it literally covers, and somehow it miraculously seals as well. And it's relatively cheap. I love to buy this stuff for all of our projects, no matter what it is. And when we were talking about doing a seal for this deck lid, I was like, this edge is just kind of not super pretty because it's fiberglass, and naturally the edges just aren't that pretty unless you really spend a lot of time on them. And we just want to cover it, and we also wanted to seal. So windlace came to mind, and Amazon came to our rescue. This, I don't remember exactly what size this is, but you can buy practically any size of this stuff on Amazon, and it looks good, gets the job done, and it's easy to install.
The bouncing between the chassis and the body can make my brain hurt a little, but I have to go back and forth because something should be done before other things to ensure that we have a fairly seamless marriage of the body and chassis later. But it is quite refreshing to see these parts tables becoming more and more empty by the minute. I have a few things to knock out before we can finish up this engine, first being building up this fan shroud. Something I've done to all of the fan shrouds I have refinished is adding a Venturi ring. This really helps increase airflow big time, and with an air-cooled, I will take all the help that I can get. The more VWs we do, the more air cooling upgrades Jeff likes to corrupt me with, which is great, but also drives me crazy because I feel like the bulk of the work that I do goes into the fan shrouds nowadays. Another upgrade I highly recommend is running AN lines. The fuel line in the chassis was originally hacked up, no surprises there, but an easy and reliable fix is running an AN line through the tunnel rather than running a hard line. It is kind of necessary to upgrade it with fuel injection, but we even did it in the Speedle, which runs dual carbs, and it works flawlessly.
Now we're basically ready to put the engine in. Alex finished up that last axle, which was so sweet of him, and I finished up some stuff on that engine, and it's looking pretty good. So I say, let's just go ahead, drag the motor around, hop her in, and then we gotta do a few things to the fuel tank, and I think we're good to call it a day for today, but we have made some really good progress. I'm really happy to be seeing the engine going in today. Definitely makes my day, for sure. Let's go get that engine. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Don't mind that.
Specific reason that
Thanks,
gap's that big?
Exactly.
Air hose, hold on.
Let's make it over the little mat. Get the easy one up.
Nice and easy.
Maybe go up a little, I think. You have your stud lined up down there?
Yeah, it's dope.
Perfect. There we go. Looky there.
And just like that,
We have a motor in the car. All right, my favorite time to check some stuff off the list. Let's see, body. We didn't really do anything to the body today. We did mostly motor, which was intake and shroud. We got the alternator on. Done. Still need to kind of finish this. Mount tins, done. Chassis. Brake lines, bleed brakes, axles, throwout bearing, run harness. Wow, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish, 10-ish things done today.
almost all that.
I like it. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with this fan shroud.
You did pretty cool.
I think it matches really well, so I think that's what makes me really happy about it. But yeah, I would call that quite a successful day. I'm really proud of us. I'm also really tired. But
What's that?
we'll come back tomorrow and we'll hit it early. Another day back in the shop working on the 356, and we are doing what, Alex?
Making it run.
Okay, well, thank you, Captain Obvious. But what are you working on right now?
Putting in a fuel pump into a tank that doesn't belong with the fuel pump, instead of a 5-gallon bucket, because safety.
This is probably the right way of doing it, but I think this tank's going to be deep enough as long as we adjust this properly, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, because you can adjust this little thing, right?
Yeah, I can bring this thing all the way up to there.
Okay, perfect. Do you have to have this much line in there, though?
No, I
Okay.
just wasn't sure how far into the tank we were going, or into the 5-gallon bucket we needed to go.
Got it. Wow, that's exciting. And we also need to cut the spout down, or filler neck, whatever you want to call it, because that's too tall. So, lots of fun modifications to do today.
Video it world, 5 minutes.
I don't know, every time I walk in the shop and I look at this car, I'm just like feeling just like that. Even though we're not done. Sometimes when it comes to classic cars, you're never done. But despite the fact that the body's not on the chassis, I am still just so freaking ecstatic that this car exists and that this is the paint job and this is what's happening right now. We have a lot of things kind of going to plan. Everything's working out pretty good. It's really just this weird phase of doing prep so we can keep putting stuff together. We're waiting on seats. We're waiting on some parts from MP, like shocks, and a few other small things, but I gotta stop yapping and we gotta get wrenching because we have a lot to do today so that we can possibly drive this on Monday. I kind of want to surprise my dad with it. I know he knows that I'm trying to do this, but I think it'd be so awesome if I was like, hey, come by the shop, and I'm just driving that thing. He hops in, we go for a ride. I think it's gonna be cool. So, wish us luck. Let's get wrenching.
As we near our current end goal for the 356, I did want to say this. For starters, thank you all for the love that you've shown this build. Y'all have been cheering us on with this build since day one and tuning in to watch every episode. For that, we are incredibly grateful. As you know, we mess around and have a good time, but all of our builds have meaning, perhaps even a story, and thanks to you guys and the companies behind us, you've kind of helped write a new story for this silly little 356. As we progress on YouTube, we want to be better and produce better videos for you guys, but we also never want to take what we have for granted. For example, the Eastwood MiG 250. If we didn't have a relationship with Eastwood, we wouldn't have been able to share this badass machine with you guys that made our lives easy throughout the fab process on this build. We also wouldn't be able to give you a code to help you save money on your bottom line in your projects. So from the bottom of my oil-filled heart, thanks for sticking with us through this build. It really is a huge part to an even bigger milestone in my life.
Gonna put that seal on or what?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Is it clean enough?
Yeah. Getting closer and closer. My dad and I still have a lot of little things to do. As you saw us kind of figuring out what we're gonna do with the seals. We got the seals in. Kind of pricey. They do make the seal from vintage motor cars. You can order it from them, but I just don't think it's gonna be thick enough. I think this is gonna do it because we really need a lot of height from this to help out, because the hinges that are in these are just kind of chintzy. Like they could be a lot better, but it's kind of like that universal fit, and then you make it fit for your application. We're gonna put the hood seal in so that he can modify those how they need to be, because they need all the help they can get to be set right. But once they're right, and they're never going anywhere again, and it'll be perfect.
You know, I was thinking about something earlier today. I will forever think that it's special to be doing what I'm doing with my dad at this time in my life. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go start a YouTube channel with your kid and buy 30 plus cars, but if you've ever contemplated building a car for your wedding or wanting to do something like that for your kid, I could not encourage it more. This experience of getting married and celebrating that by building a car with my dad and family is something that I am so genuinely excited to share with my kids one day. I know I'm going to look back on this and cherish the hell out of these memories. I'd perhaps give ourselves more time if I were to change anything, but even then, the hustle and grind kind of made it more interesting.
Well, it is pretty cool to see the hood on it. It's been obviously a minute for us and for you guys since it's been on it, because it just really hasn't made sense to put it on yet. We haven't had the seal, but now it's here. We do still have some modifications and stuff we want to do to it, but my dad wanted to give it some time to kind of settle under some pressure to see where it ends up sitting before he modifies those brackets. We got the horn grills in, which look amazing. He's off running some errands because he's going to help me figure out how I can lengthen this clutch cable. So this is like a shortened clutch cable and it's just too short. I know I have an extra clutch cable somewhere which is a hair longer, but I don't know where it is. So he's gonna come up with some sort of adapter setup for now. That way, if we can't find that cable, and I know we don't have time to order the right cable, it will work as a really, really good temporary fixture. I hate doing stuff like that, but it's just what happens when you're on a deadline sometimes. We're moving along. Lots of things are happening. I know it seems a little wild around here because there's so many things going on, but with the time crunch we have, I'm kind of just doing things that need to be done and things that are ready to, you know, go ahead and be done, because like the horn grills may seem kind of weird that I'm bouncing from the body to the chassis, but I'm doing body stuff so I can wrap my head around wiring. It's organized chaos somehow. So just kind of making some plans here, playing with some steering column stuff, and yeah, got lots of painting and prep to do, but the column looks nice. It's all painted and fresh. Looks good. Just got to put it back together. Here's kind of what we're working with. This is the original housing that came from the steering column that was in the car. Bearing shot, like this is shot, everything's broken out of it. It's just bad. So I got replacement parts, got a new turn signal switch from Wolfsburg West that's much nicer, cleaner, and it's definitely gonna work. And then we have a new bearing as well. That'll be awesome. But I need to take this housing apart, clean it, paint it, and then reassemble it. So hopefully I can get this thing reassembled today. I probably should have painted this yesterday, but you know, it'll be fine. It'll work out. Something I mentioned briefly in a previous episode when we were working on the chassis was that we got new wheels, and that we did. We got some mobile wagons that I'm so excited to completely unbox. I have opened one and shown you guys, but the other three have to be opened, and tomorrow we'll be getting tires for it. But before I do that, I really want to try something out that someone recommended to me, which was to ceramic coat the aluminum polished wheels to hopefully prolong the polish and make them a lot easier to keep clean, which I've never done before, but I think it's a really cool idea and I don't see why it wouldn't work. Not only do we have wheels, but Cerakote has come out with a ton of awesome detailing products, one of which is their ceramic coating kit, which seems very straightforward and really easy to apply. I have never ceramic coated anything. I mean, I've done like the spray on stuff for cars and whatnot. I've done a lot of research on what I should do, what I need to do. Since these wheels are brand new, I'm not going to go super extensively into cleaning them because A, I don't want to clean the polish off, and B, they don't really need it because they haven't been touched. So I'm going to wear gloves. We're going to unbox them. We're going to clean them with some alcohol, let them dry, and then we're going to apply some ceramic coating, and hopefully it all works out. If you are looking to get a set of mobile wagons, you can actually go to your local MP dealer because they sell mobile wagons, which is awesome. So these are the Interceptors. They are the 15 by 5.5s, and they are beautiful. Well, by the looks of it, it went well, but we won't really know until tomorrow when we can actually spray some water on it and see what happens. They do have a really great ceramic sealant as well that's like a spray-on, so I may use that as a preventative measure over time, but I mean, everything performed the way they said it should, so I guess we'll just have to find out tomorrow. But I'm gonna call it quits for today. It has been a very long day of lots and lots of little things, but we're getting really close to putting the body on. Tomorrow when we have the wheels and tires mounted, we can finish up some final things, and tomorrow may actually be the day of putting the body on the chassis. We're making it a good day, make it a good week, and we're gonna get married at the end of the week. Holy crap. But for now, I gotta go get some rest.
What do you think? Because the arms?
The front arms, the rear ones should be fine.
Today is the day. It feels like the darn playoffs. We have been long awaiting this day to marry the body and chassis. Thankfully, my in-laws made it into town and it's all hands on deck for today. My original hope of driving the chassis quickly died on the vine a few days ago, but I'm excited to get these two pieces together because we have a ton of work to do with them together. Once we got that chassis turned around, one of the final things to make before attaching the body was to make a custom control panel for all of the ACE's fuel injection components. Now, all of this is designed to go in an engine bay, but I wanted to keep the engine bay as clean as possible, and with it being so small, it really wouldn't function well with everything in there anyways. So my father-in-law Randy and I came up with a game plan to make a removable panel hidden underneath the body near the engine bay, but away from residual heat that would also be removable and accessible at any time with the chassis and body attached to each other. We had some extra acrylic laying around and used that as our base plate. It took a couple of tries to get the configuration and placement right, but I think we did a pretty darn good job if I do say so myself.
Seats.
Well, that's a big part of the puzzle.
Literally. Ugh. I'm so excited to see what these look like. I've seen them in pictures, but I can imagine they're going to be 10,000 times better in person. I like how this is boxed up. This is pretty neat. Well, they're a little wrapped up.
Fiber steel.
Fiber steel. All right. Moment of truth. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, these seats came from Fiber Steel. They make some of the most premier, spectacular 356, 550 seats in the game. Like, they do any color combination, any pattern combination, what you can dream of, there's a really good chance they can make it. And they have some pretty nice features as well. These are so good, dude. Holy crap. And they're heated seats. Look at how beautiful these are. Corduroy center, white piping down the edges, and red leather all the way around. How sweet are these?
Put them up next to the paint. Oh yeah, it's just perfect.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
They're so pretty, and they're actually pretty light. Like, not bad. These are so cool. I'm so excited about these. Guess we gotta open another one though, because we need the parking brake mount, and it wasn't in that box. Well, we're what, 4 days out? Yeah, 4 days out of having to have this thing done, not to mention all the other wedding festivities we have to do. But we got some more parts in last night, thank God. Seat showed up yesterday. I mean, we're literally working by like the skin on our teeth. Like, just so close. But everything we need for the most part, except for one shock. For some reason, I managed to order one and not two of the same shock. So we're gonna roll with 3. I think I have another shock we can put in place of it. But we got a rear truss bar, headlight buckets, all the fun things we need to make this thing run. I got the idiot lights so that we can wire those up, because if I want to drive it, I need to have those. But I think today's the day where we put the body on the chassis. Alex's dad's here to help me out because nobody else wants to help me today. No, Alex is out of town. My dad is probably still in bed, curled up, cuddled with his dog. So we're gonna get wrenching. We have a lot to do today and not a lot of time to do it, so let's get to work.
So the day started out great with a parts delivery. We got the wrong shocks, but I had some extra Bilsteins hanging around, installed the rear truss bar, and then ran into yet another problem in the front.
No way, man. These might be lowered. I think I bought lowered because I thought, yeah, this is not gonna work.
Okay.
Like at all.
Right. They will, I think, if you
Really persuaded on there.
right, but
This might be for lowered ones. So those aren't gonna work. I think it's my fault. I think the whole shock problem is my fault. Shocking, I know, but these are for a lowered car, which I think these would work actually great on the Carmen Ghia, but the size difference. So I ordered some from Napa that'll do the trick, but they won't be here until tomorrow, but they will be black. So we're just making it work. We're gonna omit the shocks in the front for now, and maybe we mess around with headlights.
something.
We have the buckets, we have the headlights, we can put them in. We have Holly retro braids for them too, which will be really cool. So, yep, shocks will be put on the back burner for now. Well, as we finish up the 356, it's time to do the really fun and nice upgrades to this thing, which are brand new headlight buckets from Empy. They come fully built, so literally all you have to do is put your headlight bulb in, put the gasket in, and put it in your car. And we have something very special. We will be outfitting the 356 with some Holly retro brights because, like I've mentioned before, I love LEDs. They run efficiently, they look really good, they are super bright, but when you're in a classic car, you want to be seen when you're going down the road, and they wire in the same way your incandescents do, so let's build these and then we can put them in the car and see how they look.
Silver felt tip, somebody anywhere? Guess we can start beating on it.
Is it like a muffler or a header? Doesn't affect performance?
Yeah. Capacity. We're gonna lose a tenth of a gallon.
So how many gallons is that?
I don't know. Do the math, man. You're an airplane pilot. All right, pull it out. I'm ashamed of that. Yep, just pull it down now. There's a solid.
There's a solid. I can tell you exactly where it's at.
Where
too.
is it?
Lift it up. Right there on that crease.
Really?
You're hitting this garbage.
Why don't you take the garbage out?
That's foam too.
Why is it still there?
You said you were going to reinforce that.
What?
That's going to be probably about as good as you're going to get. Just a tenth of a gallon, right?
Oh, it's up to like a quarter gallon now. Mr. Findle can't afford it.
Oh my god, that's so much better already though.
Yeah, I think
That's probably
I
what
think we raise it up with
the seal.
with the seal and it'll be fine.
The time is now.
Yeah. I think we've got enough stuff done.
I think so.
We can make these two together. The headlights look really good. Good job. Yeah, so emergency brake in. That's going to need to be probably powder coated by you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Yes.
That plate can look a little nicer, I think.
Yeah. But it looks really good. Like, we have all of everything we need. The only thing we don't have is shocks, but those can go in tomorrow. No problem with the body on.
Right.
Brakes are good. Pedals are in. Shifters in and aligned. E-brake, brake lines, more brake lines, rear shocks, truss bar, engine transaxle. We are officially ready to put it in, or put it on. Put it together.
I know you've worked hard.
Make it
Good
one.
job.
We've worked hard. What are you talking about?
How are we going to do with this?
I don't know. Randy said he had a great idea. Yesterday, Randy lifted the back half.
I mean, we could almost, we have enough muscle here where we could.
Get it down low, lift back, pull them out, and lower the front end down, or lower the back down with
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, you grab a little well.
Or we will. Or I can come right back here. So they do
Okay.
it. Because you guys are gonna have to do the front, because you have to move a little bit.
The only thing we need to do, though, is I think we need to take... And he's out. Borax mustache. That's what that reminds me of. Well, that's going to be fun to take off. Can't hurt steel, right?
Pull that cable out, Alex, so it doesn't get pinched between. There we go.
When we put the body on, I'll be like this.
All right, we're bringing her down. So what's the plan? You guys are just going to lift
Come
the thing
down,
up?
so we get, come down till we get to where these arms, so they gotta slide over the top of the tire.
Yes.
Then I'll hold it, then we'll lower it down,
Uh-huh.
till we get to the front. It looks like,
Also, I have a seal here. So.
yeah. So then,
Like
cause we're gonna have to move this a little bit, I think, but then if we get it down, maybe take a lift the front, we can,
Let's grab a couple bolts so we can make sure it's lined up too.
yeah,
We can shift it once we get it
down on it.
down on there.
Okay.
It's not going to be hard to shift it and get it lined up.
It's not gonna be as bad as you think.
Ooh. Just don't stand in front of the camera.
No stress. Just don't scratch.
That stuff's pretty sticky.
Catholics not wrong.
Oops.
I think it took off a few layers.
Carol come give you a kiss, and her face will like stick to yours.
Right about there, so you can put arms on the back, I think.
Come down a little farther.
Are you ready to reach arm?
Do we need to move? Because this needs to line up about there. Oh gosh, I was so close to the body. Just be careful when you pull it off of the body. Here, gotcha. No, go back. Go back towards Randy.
Okay.
Alright, there you go.
Good?
You gotta go
2, 3.
Oh, hang on. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Just go over to your right, Ryan. There you go.
How
All
far?
right, you gotta go back to the left a little. All right, down.
I'm down.
That is pretty damn close. So unfortunately, that truss bar we installed is not going to work because it is literally keeping us from putting the body onto the chassis. So yeah, we got to take that out, which is super not fun. So that whole thing's, it's like that. I don't know how that shock clears.
Right. Light.
There. Good to know it's nice and stiff though. It's so cool.
Pretty big stuff.
It's so cool.
So what happens when you work your tail off?
Was this 4 months? 4 hard months?
We got it like in October.
Yeah. Well, we're just kind of like, what are we gonna do with it? We're gonna just get it running the way it is. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I love the way that wheel sits in that body. That thing is cool.
Man, this is better than good, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Holy crap, Batman. This is cool. This is really freaking cool. I know, I'm already here.
Oh my gosh, you should see how filthy you are.
I'm disgusting.
Wait, go ahead. This is like the thumbnail.
Just commit.
The dirt tan.
That is it. That's the thumbnail.
It's so good.
I think the height is going to be amazing.
And the fuel and stuff will be in there.
Oh, that suspension's tight. Like
Oh, I know.
you're getting zero.
I know.
You don't need the track bar.
It's like a little sports car, man. You gotta make some sounds.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is freaking great.
I don't know. The marriage is already up in flames.
Oh, dude, this is great. This is freaking awesome.
When I saw this thing together and even took a moment just to sit in it, I was just in utter disbelief. Wow, just a million times wow. We still have no idea if this thing will move under its own power, but in this moment, I could not care less.
The engine's gonna fire up. The body's on the car. We're about to put the doors on. We're getting the seats in.
This is almost better for you, I'm just saying, because you
No.
sound way more theatrical about it than I do.
Well, I know, but you need to be theatrical. You need to pop in there.
Okay, it's been a very successful day. We are just about to fire this engine up. The fuel line is run. All of the necessary wires are run. The doors are fully prepped to be put on. Let's see if this thing will fire up, because if it does, that means we can put doors on, put some seats in, and take it for a test drive.
Look for fuel leaks. Whoa. Hey, get this hot wire off. Hot wire is super hot.
Oh, that's not good.
So we've got definitely a we've got a hot on hot somewhere.
We figured out our problem in a way that we didn't actually figure it out. We just removed a wire and it fixed it. So let's try to fire it up. Got a wiring problem again. What's the problem?
Yeah, when you turn the key on, let's start it, it quits pumping.
Take 3. The battery still hooked up?
Yes.
Do you?
Try cranking it, see if I get.
I have no power.
All right, time to start over again tomorrow.
Well, our first test at a start was kind of a bummer because we had one electrical issue after another, until we figured out what we did wrong.
Oh, we didn't hook the coil up.
You didn't hook the coil up.
Oh.
I'm glad I thought about that. You were like, I'm gonna do it, and then
I forgot
about it. That's for sure. Oh, oh. God, you got me good too, because I'm in like the worst position. Okay, coil's hooked up. Let's try that again, shall we?
let's test the transaxle. Yup. Yeah. What was that? Reverse? Reverse. No problem. Stop, no problem.
Well, that's promising because that transaxle was the one that was glued to the original motor. So the fact that that works with just a gear oil change shows you how great Volkswagens are, baby. Well, I think it's safe to say we call it a night and come back with fresh eyes because I know we're all beat. Like him.
The list is getting short.
The list is getting short. The good thing is everybody who's here to help can quite easily divide and conquer. You guys can handle, or the dads, that's the dad team. The dad team can handle the doors. We can handle all the wiring. Exactly, the dream team. We can handle the wiring, tuning it enough to have it run and drive. Then we have a car. He looks so over it. Ready to go get some sleep?
It makes no sense.
That's okay. Doesn't have to. It's a Volkswagen. Oh, let's take it off for the eighth time. The time has come to shield the wind. A piece in the corner,
Yeah.
so it should kind of tuck under that.
Right. Should be right
So
under
go ahead
there.
and tuck it under there.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Trying to be careful with the windshield. You want it behind the triangle piece?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Kind of should all sort of look like it's trying to be one piece. We're doing my absolute least favorite task so far, which is fitting the lower trim piece for the windshield. So unfortunately, and it makes sense since all the kit cars are all a little bit different, the trim you have to rivet onto the body because the windshield itself is not really a true fit, probably never will. And no matter how much rubber you shove on the bottom of that thing, which it has darn near 2 inches, has darn near 2 inches of rubber, you nasty. This is what's going to make up for whatever gap you may have. So you have to do it this way. You're not excused. You're about to fall over laughing. Anyways, we're making progress. He's trying to gas us out of here. That's what's going on. Ready?
Yep.
Last one. Get excited. Whew. Thought that wasn't gonna pop. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go on one side.
I can't see either side, so you all get time.
I got my side.
I got my side.
Watch your corner, Dad.
Yep. Come one way. Okay, I'm in the hole.
God dang, this is a good shot.
It's not like it's even lining up at all. No, it's really cool. I thought that windshield was going to be a big pain in the butt, which, I mean, it wasn't easy, but it does look a lot better than I thought it was gonna. I know you said no detail work, but like, could we put the hood handle on? Because it's technically functional. All we gotta do is drill out this hole some more, and it'll all go. Cindy polished up the badge too. It's in the handle.
You know?
Ooh.
Right, right.
Yeah, it has to go on.
You know, what'd you clean this with? Pickle juice, baking soda, and toothpaste?
Pickle juice, whatever, fast orange.
Fast orange.
And hydrogen peroxide.
She made this thing look, it was copper, like a black copper before, with pickle juice.
All right, pivotal point here. We've got the latch set up on the hood, and we're gonna close the hood for the first time. And I pray that it opens with the little pull knob. There we go. You ready?
And one wire from the aces to the key. Yes.
Oh. That was anticlimactic. It's not quite long enough.
Because it's strong. You still got thread. I see
All right.
not a whole bunch of thread. All you.
Oh, like butter. Okay, now go pull the knob, please. Please open. Please open. It's like perfect.
Yeah, you did it.
Look at that. Now I think we're at the point the seats need to go in before we do the doors, obviously. Get the seats in there, get them positioned right where you're comfortable.
So I'm documenting this whole process of possibly getting one of my absolute top dream cars. It's worth it.
You gotta do it.
I just can't believe I'm standing here.
I've been dreaming of this car since I was a little girl. But this build was never just about a car. It was about showing up for the vision, for the work, and for proving that we could do this. We have come so far. I never did it alone though. The hands, the hearts, the late nights, that's what carried us here, to this day, to this moment, and now I get to roll into the next chapter of my life, surrounded by the people that I love and fully ready for what's ahead.
Come on, rain, go away. Well, at least somebody's smartening up.
Don't tell the bride it's a surprise gift.
You gotta speak up louder.
My wedding gift from my soon-to-be husband was a tarp.
A tarp?
It's a surprise for the bride.
Jeez, Louise.
Good luck.
Yeah, let's get married on 5/25/25. Oh, please. This is brutal. Like, just when you think it couldn't get any worse, there's hail.
Pretty good ice jump right there, Buck. Look at that shit. Dude, look at this.
Whoa.
And look at that.
What do you think about getting married on 5/25/25 now?
Looks pretty lucky.
Maybe I should get in there, like, and be in there like a hot tub. What do you think?
I don't know.
You think I should get in there just and take some pictures? Like, yeah.
This tarp really held up well.
There's a lot of water in here.
Hey, that's a gallon at a time.
I wonder how many gallons. that's like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
You know, I don't even care. It looks so cool.
The behind the scenes here. It's right before the nuptials. Do good.
I love you.
Love you too.
Caroline and Alex have found in each other someone who shares the same spark. Someone who understands what it means to be part of a team, whether it's in the garage, on the road, or navigating life's winding turns. As you place these rings on each other's fingers, let them remind you of the road you've traveled, we're not there yet, together, the adventure still to come. With this ring, I give you my hand,
I give you my hand,
my heart, and the promise to be your partner. In life, in love, and in every mile ahead.
I do.
And the promise to be your partner.
In life,
In life,
in love,
and every mile ahead.
until death do you part.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
By the power vested in me by the state of South Carolina and AmericanMarriage.com, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
I'm a wife. I'm an actual wife.
It says wife, and it says hubs.
Alex, through every mile ahead, I will continue to choose you. I'm blessed and honored to call you my husband. Thank you for making me a part of your family, and now you're a part of mine, adopted and all. Here's to forever.
So your YouTube videos are fire. Love them. Love them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right,
In case
thanks.
you need a photographer anywhere in South Carolina, Jenna Light.
There it is.